Today on the Terrible Warriors, we continue our Symbaroum campaign, which we started last week. And if you haven't heard episode 1, you really need to go back and catch up. Don't worry, we'll still be here when you get back. And so you're aware, we're currently playing the adventure included in the Symbaroum core rulebook entitled The Promised Land, to act as a prologue to our larger adventure that will begin in a few episodes when we start Act 1 of the Wrath of the Warden, the first chronicle in the Throne of Thorns campaign published by Free League. So, as a courtesy to you, dear listener, consider this your spoiler alert. This entire production is made possible by listeners just like you, who have decided to support us through Patreon. Supporters such as Michael Rudsky, Vlad Kuroneko, Grass Dragon, Damon Jordan, and Haduvadu. By supporting us, you're supporting independent podcasting and storytelling, allowing us to craft high-quality productions like this that capture that special feeling at the game table. Find out how you can become a supporter and receive advanced episodes of our Symbaroum campaign. Visit patreon.com/Terrible Warriors. And stay tuned after this episode to learn how you can enter in for a chance to win a free digital copy of the Symbaroum core rulebook. For now, we take you back to our siblings and their guide as they continue their perilous journey to the Titan Mountains in our second episode of our Symbaroum campaign, The Theft of the Sunstone. Before you arrive in Ambria, to the fertile lands of the Promised Land that Queen Corinthia has set aside for all of her subjects so that they can have a new place to live and to grow and to flourish, you must leave Aberator and travel through the mountain range known as the Titans. Towering peaks that form the southern border of Ambria. Only few know the proper passages through, and you can't just wing it. You need guides. You need security, defenses, so you travel in groups, you travel in caravans. You know that when there's danger, you form a corral, and you form your circle of defense. Everyone practices that drill every day. You're all ready at a moment for thieves, beasts, and worse things that can be out there. It's not just the elements you're keeping your eye out for, but boy, you do need to keep your eye out for the elements as well. The journey slowly moves upwards to the winding wooded hills of the Titans. You can see the shallow canyons, and the changing of the trees, and the wobbling wagons that move along the road. And at times the sun shines clear blue as the clouds break. And Argasto even seems at ease, saying, "Lawgiver's face smiles warmly over the pass. That bodes well." At dusk, it's time to make camp. The caravan forms its corral. The Ordo Magica novice Bartolom has been making friends with Alindra along the way, sharing books and theories. What were you talking about just now as we were heading up into the evening? Before we made the corral, he's got another book, another thing. What topic of conversation are you interested in asking him about? He's the only other one who reads books like you read books. You found a kindred spirit.
Exactly, and we're discussing how weather might affect his study of magic. Linda's just learning
Weather affects all studies of magic, but it mostly affects my cloak and my shoes and my books. You get dust everywhere from the weather. It's so hard to do field work. All I needed to do was make eyes upon Aberator to send reports on the environment and the state of the soil and bring my samples back, and now I just got sand everywhere, and I can't. Everything's contaminated.
I completely understand. When all the vineyards went to dust, well, it made it just incredibly difficult when I was trying to take down notes on what the leaves looked like in the spring, and they just started growing later.
You didn't happen to bring a sample of those vines, did you? A graft would be... Oh, that's too bad. I could tell a number of the members of the Ordo would love to have had any samples of the old vines.
there was just so little space in my pack, and Verd wanted us to, be light and everything, which I understand. It seems very practical. I've read lots about how you should, pack a bag when you're going into potentially treacherous territory. But anyway, no samples.
The rest of the caravan at dusk is starting to make the corral, and Argasto is getting people settled, and people are setting up their tents for the night. And he goes, "Well, I'm going to." And there's you can hear a mountain stream moving down nearby off of the trail. And Bartolom says he's going to clear off all his road dust, wash his robes and his shoes, and he'll meet you back at camp. What are the other two doing?
I would like to lead the camp in a brief prayer to Prios as the sun is setting, because the night is dark and full of terrors.
I will make sure to take a leak during this prayer.
Ludo and Bella were like, "There isn't really much time for this. Oh, we've got a lot of work to do. We got to chop wood and keep the fires going. It's going to get cold out here. If we spend time praying, they're not going to keep you warm like a nice strong fire."
Of course. The fire is most important. I understand.
Yep, hey, that's what he said. That's what he said. Bellum, fire's most important, so we're going to skip out on your prayer. Holy Father of Prios, we're just going to go and do our thing.
I'm just a brother. I'm not a holy father.
Brother of my brother. All right, brother. Well, bro, we're going to go get some of the wood, and let's go, Bellum. And he just drags him away really quickly. He's like, "I wanted to hear what the prayer said." Like, "No, you don't."
Nope.
Some of the other members of the caravan, the other Ambrians in the group, sure, they'll join you in marking the end of the day, the last lights of Prios as it comes down. They say that Queen Corinthia first laid eyes on Ambria during the evening fall as they are moving past this mountain pass. There's actually a shrine that is set up. Maybe you'll see it if the weather holds up, where she drank from the river during the evening light, and the light of Prios blessed that river and actually created an artifact in that water, a healing salve. And it was a miracle that happened. And then when she stood up and she looked out over the mountain, she saw the land of Ambria, and she found it. That's when she gave it its name. So,
beautiful.
It is a holy time at this point, the golden hour as the sun sets.
Lindra will, of course, join in with her brother's prayer. She doesn't know why she's doing it, but he seems to be very passionate about it, so she tries to take part when possible.
What are you doing, Bird? Contemplating how the chieftains will all rally together and form the clans together and one day drive the Ambrians out of their land. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to take a leak and...
Bellin and Ludo are off chopping wood, get the fire ready for the night.
Yeah, he'll, as always, just try to commune with the dead around to see if were anyone who died in this area.
Yeah. I mean, this pass has seen countless migrants and people who have died on the way. So you would feel the whispers if you might even already feel in the back of your mind of just the presence of all of these refugees, the people earlier decades ago who were escaping the horrors of the post-Great War world, and then also when the Queen's entourage, but so many people have been moving through. Not everyone makes it. Not everyone's strong enough to make it, and they died along the way, and their bodies long eaten by bears and wolves and cleaned up in time for the next trek of travelers.
And I mean,
think of it. This is like the Oregon Trail, really. This path. Yeah. And so, not everyone made it. That was a really hard game.
Yeah, and definitely preparing his Valerian root. He's gonna smoke it before he goes to bed, so he can sleep.
Got your little kettle set up by the tent.
Just getting some plants to wrap it with.
Do you hide this from Alindra, and or do we see you smoking most nights?
Yeah, you see he's smoking. It's like a nice little pipe, but yeah.
Oh, you are spending most of the walk just on that pipe, just marching along the caravan. Yeah. People don't ride the wagons. The wagons carry a lot of the equipment, and then you got ropes along the wagons for people to hold on to so that they don't lose the pace or fall behind. Mm-hmm. And so how does this prayer go, Brother Yandrame?
Okay, Howard. Bless us, Father Prios, giver of laws and giver of light. We pray for your safe return in the morning.
Thieves! thieves! You hear calling out from the river. You hear our
Bartolom?
Bartolom's crying out, "Thieves! Thieves!" And the whole crowd's like broken out of the middle of the prayer, and they're like, "Well," yeah, I mean that's what do you do, Alindra?
Alindra pell-mells runs. She's got her pike and she goes.
You stuck a guard. You're the guard. You're one of the caravan guards. You're here to protect people.
She runs without much. She's just looking to find Bartolom. She's not intensely aware of her surroundings. She just thinks she should get to him to look for, are there thieves with him?
And you come to the river and he's got his robe on. He's still wet underneath, but he's just getting his robe back on him, and he sees, he's like, and he's panicking. He's looking through the his bag, and he's like, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
What's gone?
The Sunstone that it protects the caravan from the winter. We were bringing it with us as protection. It was only Argasto knew about it. How did anyone know it was here? We're all gonna die out here.
What? There was something that okay, but did you drop it? Maybe, perhaps that's what I do sometimes when important things are with me. You know, I just put them on the shelf somewhere. And
if the weather gets cold, we won't be able to stay warm. We won't be able to stay warm. If we can't stay warm, we'll freeze. We're gonna freeze.
No,
that's what the Sunstone was there. We have to retrieve it.
Ellendra's gonna call her. Yes,
So he just does a really quick like.
So now you're there. You start hearing.
He's like stops the prayer. He just does a really quick like and bless this.
Wait, you were still praying?
Yeah, of course.
Have someone yelled thief, thief, and your sister ran off into the. Oh wow!
Yeah.
Someone's got their priorities straight.
Yeah, it's just a thief. We need to make it through the night and make sure the sun god gets resurrected tomorrow. So he does it like a really quick like bless this camp, Father, and done, and just runs off.
Like a true Baptist.
Yep, like just one and done. Let's go.
Is this Bartolom? Is this something related to my brother's the Prios or something?
What did I miss?
There's a Sunstone.
The what?
Bartolom.
He you could try and like Yandrame, you run off towards the direction of your sister screaming, and you see them like trying to explain, and Bartolom is like panicking, and now Alindra is panicking, and now they're like, she doesn't know what the Sunstone is. He's going, it's the only thing that's keep us warm. We're all gonna die out here. It's all gonna freeze. It's been stolen. How do they know it was there? They took it while I was bathing. It was in my pack. I didn't even see them.
So he just puts his hands on both of their shoulders. It's like, I would like both of you to take a breath. We cannot solve this if we are panicked. The first step is knowing what we don't know and knowing what we know.
Oh, right. Yes, I knew a priest would know this.
So, where was the last place this sunstone was seen?
It's in my coat. I was keeping it next to my coat. It was keeping me warm as we were walking up to the mountain, but I was keeping it on me in case Argasto needed us to awaken the stone and keep us warm if the weather were to turn. That was his assurance. That's why he agreed to do this one last trip before the winter. It would guarantee our safety if we needed it to, but it's only in emergencies kind of a thing. But I was just keeping it safe and keeping it secret, and then I went and I was bathing there, and up here now there is some snow that is laid down, and you can see there's Bartolom's tracks and Alindra's tracks, and then there's another set that has moved in and has run off along the stream, and someone has rifled through his coat and taken the Sunstone while he was in the river. And when he came out and found the coat had been tossed to the ground and the Sunstone had been stolen. And the footsteps, they came from our camp. It was someone from our camp. Someone stole from us.
That's the only thing they took.
It's the only thing they need to. It's the only thing that's keeping us alive. It's the most valuable thing we probably have here. It's a priceless relic that the Ordo Magicae entrusted to me to keep me safe while I did my survey.
And what's your name, Ambrian?
You just snuck up around.
I also jumped like, yeah.
Oh, Varen, you're so quiet these days.
Varen comes up with your pipe. You just... Bartolom, I'm a novice with the Ordo Magica. I was sent to do a sample
No,
survey.
that's it. That's all I need from you. I just wanted to make
I
sure
had
the name
Sunstone.
of the greatest fool I have ever known can be spread throughout the lands when I come back home.
They'll never hear my name as a fool because we'll all die up here.
Hopefully, only you. And if we do have to feed upon the corpses of our fellow travelers, yours will be the first one I split from head to toe.
He doesn't mean that, Bartolom. Really, he's been very good at keeping us alive. We're still here, as you see. So just, could we help him find it? Maybe.
We'll have to track it down. This fool. Get the fuck out of here, Ambrian.
Bartolom, don't take that personally. He's just a rather gruff character.
That's what they always told me back in the Ordo. You're gonna get everyone killed one day, Bartolom. They were right.
Let us hope not.
I'm sure.
So, it's gonna be pretty easy to figure out who the thieves were because they wouldn't have been praying with you
Oh, yeah.
because you had everyone around at that time.
Were you
Huh.
aware?
We know two people who went off to
So-
cut firewood.
Yeah, well, the firewood was in the other direction. They went off. You could hear them chopping wood while you were praying. In fact, it was really loud and annoying, and you hear them go clunk, 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 like they were intentionally making noise to like break the silence of
Right.
prayer. So they were over on the other side of the path, away from the river towards the mountain. And why don't you? Your vigilant isn't that
Nope.
great, but whatever. It's a 10. Just roll a d20.
Come on.
4.
Oh.
Oh, look at
Boom.
you. You run it through your head, and the woman in the black coat was there. Argasto was there. Telk was there. Ludo and Bellum were off chopping wood, but they went in the other direction. Bartolom was obviously not there over by the river. Your sister was there. Verd wasn't paying attention, but he was nearby his tent. You could see him smoking away. And
There was a cloud of smoke that we could see,
His
yeah.
herbs. But it was the mule driver, Keller.
Dun, dun, dun.
When was the last time you saw Keller?
Has anyone seen Keller?
No.
Are you back in the camp asking around?
Oh, no, I'm asking the two of them. This is before, yeah.
Because we can move. We don't have to stay in the scene. We can move
Right.
like a movie where we can just cut scenes. as we go.
Yeah, I mean for Veerd, I think the thing he's looking at now is following the footsteps before we lose track.
I defer to you, Tracker. This is more your area of expertise by far.
Yeah. You got two options. You can ask around if anyone knows what's happened to Keller, or you could begin tracking these steps now.
Well, let's go now. I mean,
Yeah.
the Ambrians won't know any useful information anyway.
Okay.
To track to track the trail, it's a vigilant roll under their discreet, so it's vigilant -1. Because you can see where the trail moves just a little bit down the river. You can start seeing that the person who made the trail is trying to cover their tracks, and they're brushing away their prints. They're making false prints, like they're trying to cover their tracks behind them. So you'll have to roll against those attempts.
Okay. 1 success.
And Bartolom is like, well, maybe someone like that. You know, Keller's friends with a few people. Maybe he let slip where he was going or what he was doing. Maybe someone has a tip where we know where to go.
Well, we could always just follow Verd, and then, maybe after that, go back to the, camp and see.
We no, I'm not going with you.
Oh.
I'll be in my tent crying probably, but I'm no help if there's any fighting or anything. I'm just a survey analyst. I'm a novice with the Ordo Magicae. I was sent to do a survey for the soil samples and it bring it back to let people know what the environment is. I'm just a bureaucrat.
In my clan, when we make a mistake, we usually follow through with correcting it.
Boy, I'm glad I'm not in your clan.
I'll say.
I'm just so glad you're all here to help. If you have to get that Sunstone back, we're all gonna die. Starts out, good luck.
Name will be known
walking towards
throughout
the tent.
the lands.
You know, he's really quite nice if you get to know him, and he actually knows a lot of different things that are really important, but I just think he maybe is a little out of his depth, which is totally understandable. We've all got our own strengths and weaknesses.
It's totally understandable. I knew you'd understand. I'll ask around and see if anyone has seen Keller, and if I hear it, I'll tell you when you come back.
Maybe you shouldn't ask Bartolom, just in case we should element of surprise or something, you know?
Yeah, I think if anyone's going to lead that investigation, maybe someone with a spine of some sort might help.
Okay.
Oh, you look very brave, sir.
Also, and he'll kind of flash his knives. Go
And
now.
armed.
Go.
Yeah.
That seemed a little harsh. Understandable, but harsh.
People are going to die if we don't get that Sunstone back.
Well, then we'd best be off.
Let's.
Okay. This is nice. The three of us going on.
Is it?
Alternately, a character is with Witch Sight. You might be able to use your mystical power to see if you can track the movement of the Sunstone itself.
Yeah, I go.
Start just looking with your infrared eagle vision. Like friggin' Assassin's Creed moment here where you just everything goes blue except for like your Batman Arkham Asylum detective vision.
Yeah.
I was going with Predator Vision. Yeah.
Oh, Predator Vision sounds way cooler. I always see bare chest at Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So when you activate witchcraft, I see that you're an adept at that. What do you suffer any temporary corruption?
With Witch Sight, I'm just a novice. Witch Sight gives me 1 temporary corruption. What's verse discreet? What's their discreet for this? Or
You roll, in this case, if you're using Witch Sight, you're rolling Resolute -5 for the first time you're trying to track.
All right. Then I'm good for that.
Yeah, because your Resolute's pretty good. And so they're both looking at tracking the trail. I mean, like they're trying to cover the tracks, and you're seeing that, and you're just like, it's this way, and you just start walking, and you're following. When you go into your Witch Sight, you can see, almost like if the Sunstone was burning, it left a smoke trail, and it's like an incense trail that's like embers that are just still kind of floating in the air. Following the trail from where it was carried out of the pocket of the coat and then along, and you can just follow it into the woods. And you can actually see where the false trail goes off this way, and it goes over part of the river this way. He's trying to deke you out, but it doesn't matter because you're just following. You're not following the thief. You're following the artifact that the thief stole, and you've got the scent for it. Once you get into the woods, the trees get a little thicker, and you can hear the river still running along beside you, and you're a little bit further away now from the caravan. You can't see them anymore as you've gone into the woods. This time, roll a Resolute -3 with your Witch Sight instead of -5. So it's a little easier.
That is a 10.
Yeah, you just had to roll under 12, so you're fine. I think your Resolute's a 15.
He'll continue to point the way, sniffing out.
So you follow the ember trail through the trees, and it brings you out to a clearing where there's an open field of short wild grass along the riverbank, and a old windmill ruin at the end of the field on the far side along the river, up near the foothill, up like the side of like a cliff face that goes up onto the mountains into the Titans. And from your Witch Sight, you can see that the smoke goes across the path and into the windmill there at the end of the field.
Male barbarian or Ambrian, take a few steps forward. Try to go as stealthy as possible, but we'll wait here to see what happens.
Very well.
What is the goal of this, Verd?
Well, I believe they might be posted up on that watchtower. If that's the case, it's best that they think that only one person is accosting them than two.
Yeah, better they shoot at you than at the person who can actually help in the situation.
Oh dear.
Well, that seems reasonable to
Prios
me.
will protect you.
Yandrame, you have the lowest discretion in the
Sure do. I'm 6 feet tall.
you're not gonna be quiet about it.
In a bright red robe in the forest.
And you like singing hymns when you get nervous,
Yeah.
so you get loud in tense situations. Elendra, your discretion is higher
You know,
at 10, so you can be a little sneakier.
maybe I'll go and then just your little. She'll just sort of glance to her brother's whole body. And then, yeah, maybe I'll just be a little quieter. I'm used to.
If we're going to do this all the way, I suggest you come across the western side, I on the opposite side, and the male Ambrian straight forward.
The boy will go right down the middle.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. So we're working as a team. This is really.
It's a
I've heard about
three-pronged
this.
maneuver.
Yes. This type of maneuver, very common. Okay. I'd love to do that. Following
Seems
your orders.
sensible to me, sir.
Whatever happens to the center line, even if there's screams of pain, get to the watchtower and get the stone. That's most important.
Verid is playing League of Legends now in our Symbaroum game. Like whatever happens in the middle lane, you make it to the forge.
Yeah. We have
Enemy's
top,
gate is
we
down.
have middle, we have ADC. Go.
Stay in your lane.
You know, Yandrame, I am very good with. I'm kind of good with medical things. I made sure to research before coming here, so we can, let me know if you
about
need
this?
help. And
Verid and Elendra will give me discreet rolls. Yandrame, there's no point. You're going to give me a vigilant roll.
Okay.
Just
Any
let's just call
modifiers
it
or
duck a
just
duck.
flat?
You're not going to be sneaky. So we're
I'm
going
not
to give
gonna
you a
be sneaky,
vigilant
yeah.
roll so you can at least maybe see if someone's about to shoot at you before it happens.
I like
So I
it.
guess-
with your face.
And for vigilant, for the discretion folks, you are rolling. So Verid it's impossible.
Yeah.
You're rolling at 0.
I'm not great. I'm gonna fail.
Elendra, you're rolling -5, so you have to get a 4 or under.
are you
sneaky.
serious? We're never gonna do this.
Androme, your vigilance, on the other hand, you are rolling
Do I subtract anything to my?
-3.
Oh, I definitely
You're
didn't make
rolling
it then.
-3.
There's no way.
Oh, you
I rolled
didn't?
12.
Oh, you only. Oh no! Well, that was you have to get under 10.
Yeah.
Either. Yeah. So, but you actually had to get under 7.
Yeah.
Sorry, I rolled a 7. Do I have a minus of anything?
Yes. You needed to get 4,
Yeah. Okay. Nope.
and Verid,
Yeah,
you
it's
needed
not,
to get 0, which is not that number's not on the die. So
Well,
you.
mine has a 0
All right.
specifically for this.
It's a 21-sided die with a 0
Yeah.
square. That's not It's not geometrically possible. All right. Okay. Yandrame.
He's humming a tune to Prios to himself out of nerves, and he's
You're
hitting every
humming-
branch because he's super
And
tall.
just as you're in the open field, so there's no
there's no
branches,
branches,
so it's
okay.
actually great for you. You're just out in
the field,
The
okay.
others are going through the branches. One's going along the riverbank, one like in the high grass. Another's going through the tree line along the field, going up to the windmill, and you're just going right down the middle through the field. And as you're hemming, you hear a twink, and you have one quick roll. -3, so you need to roll 5 or under, or the trap you just stepped on is going to trigger onto you.
Ooh, -3 would be 6, wouldn't it, for a quick?
Your quick is 9.
Yes. So -3 is.
So yes, 6.
Cool. Okay. 4, baby.
Ooh,
Yes.
You
nice.
snap your foot out of the way as a leg trap closes in, like like a little
The bear
metal
traps?
Oh, like a.
bear trap thing. Just goes ching, and it moves, and you pull your foot right out, just real quick. You're like, oh, quick on your feet. That would have been at least 4 damage on your ankles.
He immediately yells out, "Oh, there are traps!" Like as loudly as he.
However, well, it doesn't matter. The trap, snaps, and all three of you hear it go kaplang, and like it makes a huge noise, like it's a very noisy trap, and it kind of comes out of the ground like teeth, like a chain chomp, and it's like, and then it hits the ground and it clatters, and then if you start then yelling, "I found a trap!"
Oh, he says, "Oh, there are traps." Very like he's not stupid. He doesn't want to give away that there are other people looking for traps. He's
Yeah.
also not very discreet.
Okay, at this point we need to determine our turn order.
Oh, we've entered combat. What a beautiful
That the thief heard you.
No kidding.
That's all right. Top of the round is going to be Alindra, then it's going to be Verd, and then it's going to be Keller, and then it's going to be Yndaros. Or Ian, apparently, if I just do it short. I just realized it's just Ian.
Or Ian.
Ellie. Ian and Ellie.
Yep.
Alindra. Your brother just stepped on a trap, made a big clanging noise, and he starts going, I'm fine, it's just a trap, I found a trap, I'm fine. There's no more discretion. At that point, you hear something move, and a shutter in a window slides open, and you see the point of a crossbow come out the window. Pointing at your brother. Because he's the loudest one right in the center of the open field.
She's gonna book it straight for the windmill.
You're just going straight for the windmill,
Yeah.
spending both of your movement actions to just run. You'll be right to the windmill. You'll be at the bottom of the windmill at this turn.
Yep.
You go in, you kick the door open, the stairs are going all the way up. Verd.
Yeah, okay.
It won't be this turn.
That's what I thought.
It's a bucket all the way across the field. That'll be your turn.
Yeah, Vier's is doing the same thing. Just
So you're both at the door. You kick the door. Maybe you both get to the door at the same time and you both
Hey!
double kick the door in. You're silhouetted in the door.
surprise, motherfucker.
Well, that's great. I get to yell something down at you now because of that. You hear inside the ruin Keller shouting down, "You'll regret this! The undead Mel Rogan will find you and chop you to pieces! Not even death could beat him! You think you're a match for Mel Rogan, the master of death?"
Yes.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, you hear him yelling that, but he's yelling it
Right.
down the stairs, and he's keeping the crossbow. And then if that happens, he I guess he pulls the crossbow from the window and he just shoots it badly down the stairs to where you're at in the window. So I'm gonna be taking a couple of negatives at this because he's being a little fool. You're rolling a defense. Alindra, you got there first. So your defense, you're rolling. You need to roll. Actually, you're rolling at a +1. So roll 14 or under. 13.
Nice.
Oh, nice. So it actually, he tries to shoot it through the stairs and it clatters through the stairs and the crossbow bolt breaks into pieces and lands at your feet. You're just kind of looking up. It's like,
Tactically, you should always have a clear line of sight before firing a crossbow.
And Brian, what are you doing?
thanks for the advice, but Mal Rogan will still destroy you. You leave now or you'll join his army of the dead.
Have we ever heard of Mel Rogan? Have I read about him?
Ooh, no one has a lore thing that they can roll for.
I sure don't.
So normally, if you had the ability of a lore master or a lore craft, you'd be able to ask if you've ever heard of them. But it's definitely something you could ask around camp when you go
Okay.
back. There'd be others there that might know.
Excellent.
That said, that's his turn. It's Yndaros.
Oh.
Yandrame.
I'm also going to try and run up to the maybe not run, jog while trying not to step in any more bear traps if there are any.
Oh, okay. So why don't you spend your movement and give me another vigilance roll then?
You're supposed to find all the bear traps.
Found one.
You're a bear trap. You're
Yeah.
a leg trap finder.
Pig, the canary in the coal mine.
You got a 6.
It's under 10.
There
so
are no more bear traps.
awesome.
Keller only had time to set the one.
But I assume I wouldn't get my full move because I was being more cautious.
I'll let you get. You were already halfway through the field when the trap went off, so I'll let you jog up to the foot of the mill, where now it's back to Ellie's turn. Alindra, the crossbow got shot down. He's up at the top of the stairs, and he's saying, "Yo, run for your lives, Mal Rogan. You'll never stand a chance against the Lord of Death."
He's at the top stairs. Okay. Alindra's going to go to the bottom of the stairs, hold out her pike threateningly, and say, "Surrender now, or else you'll have to face the legal repercussions of the land of Ambria for theft of property, which is incredibly illegal, especially while under the threat of possibly harming lives.
Are you serious right now?
I was at the campfire. I know you're just a refugee from a failed vineyard, Elendra. Listen, you just run for your lives. You don't want to be part of this.
Should I attack Barrett?
Yes. With apathy.
Can I?
I mean, I would let you do your resolute, his resolute, and your persuade. You'd have to roll a 2 or a 1 if you wanted to try and be persuasive about him breaking Ambrian law
Let's try it. Let's
outside
do
of
it.
the borders of Ambria. We're not technically in Ambria.
Oh, I got an 11, so that
Yeah.
didn't work.
No, exactly.
Shockingly.
Because in your head, it's like, actually, he's absolutely
Yeah,
right.
it's
Not
like,
technically in the borders of Ambria. You start going through, like, international law would apply here, and it's just sort of like, it's just like maritime law. And so it's...
Yeah, you can murder people out in the ocean. It's fine.
you could just like you could murder people in the mountains.
Yeah.
Okay, then if she can, she's gonna go. You brought this on yourself, and she's gonna go for a pike stab.
Okay, so you're going up the stairs.
Yeah. Oh, is that gonna be too much movement for a turn?
No, you can spend your movement going up the stairs. As you're going up the stairs, he throws his crossbow to the ground and he unsheaths a dagger.
Okay.
But he's like, back off! And you're now within range with your pike.
Excellent. We go for that.
Are you going to
Attack? Yep. It pains me to do this.
He's going to spend a reaction move to throw his knife to the ground and please don't hurt me.
Oh,
Please. I'll never steal again. Look, and he pulls out the Sunstone from his pocket. This is it, right? Look, I just needed something to get back into the gang. That's all. This was it was just there. He just left it there. It was just, who's gonna miss it? It's just some stone. It just looked pretty. So I took it and I was gonna give it. They were gonna let me back in. That's all.
that's okay.
Here.
Oh, great.
Here, please don't hurt me. And he's like, definitely. That's a really sharp pike. I saw what you did to that guard last night. Please.
It is a sharp pike. You're right. Alindra.
He saw the fight last night, I guess it was just last night down.
I've got the Sunstone. Alindra will say to Baird. I've got it.
Have you figured out what this undead thing that's supposed to be in line with him is about?
Oh, no. Should I?
We should bring him back to camp.
That seems sensible.
Yeah, you should take me back to camp, please, before Balrogan gets here.
Who?
He's not gonna be happy that I failed.
Balrogan?
Who is this Malrogan?
Malrogan. He.
When is he supposed to get here?
Did you not see him outside? He's supposed to be here any minute now.
What?
You were making a lot of noise. He might have heard that.
What is this?
Male Ambrian, close the door down there and get in the tower.
You just don't want to mess with him. All right, he leads a band of thieves up in the mountains. He robs the caravans that come through.
How many?
He's got, depends how many that are around that are still with them. 4, 5, and then Mal himself. Malrogan was a Queen's Guard before he died in the Great War, and then he lost his arm and he came back, and now he roams the mountains and he's terrified. But
Okay,
he's this guy.
we should either get back to the caravan immediately for strength in numbers or fortify this position.
I mean, in the minute now is the noise that we made.
Verd, you got the highest vigilance. Just
Yeah.
roll me against vigilance, just 13 and under.
Oh, please, not Prios. 5.
Nice.
Yeah, you're doing that. You look out the window and they're going like, maybe we should get back to the cavern before he shows up. And just as you look out, you see movement in the trees. There is people moving through, and 1, 2, 3, 4
late.
brigands walk out into the field. And you hear this whispery voice. Bring me the Firestone. And they're just walking up to we're going like, they're not calling out, but their swords are out and they're just like sweeping around because it's
Male Ambrian, guard the door. Start putting things in front of it.
It's Yantrine, but yes.
You'll get a name when you've earned it.
Sorry, there are only 3 robbers, not 4, that came out of the trees. 1 for each.
I look to Keller and I'm like, grab your crossbow. if you want to live through this.
Or one of you can grab Keller's crossbow.
I'm gonna grab his crossbow.
Well, no, because I mean he's already let the guy down. Is my thought process.
No, we can't fight him. We can't win against him. If we surrender and we give him what he wants, he'll let us go. He let me go once, and that's why I was working for him.
I've heard tales of the Great War, and if he's truly undead, then he will not be
No,
merciful.
he didn't. He wasn't. He's not one of. He died after. He died of his
What's
wounds.
your name again?
He's not
Ambrian?
like that. He's something else.
What are
This
you,
is-
Keller?
Keller,
Yes.
yes, sir.
Keller.
He's the
How-
mule minder.
Yeah, how tall is this tower?
Um,
Is it like 2 stories, 3 stories?
1, 2, 3. You're up on the 4th floor.
This sounds good if we can hold the door or open it and let them come on in. Keller, you have to get out of this tower. And there's really only one way for you to do so, for you to survive. It's up to you to take it.
You can redeem yourself in the eyes of Prios.
Yes.
How do I get out of the tower?
You get on this ledge here, and you pray to Prios to catch you, or at least you don't break both of your legs on the way down.
That's 15 meters.
That's
Or-
your best chance of
The
survival.
ground is hard from the winter. It's all iced over.
If
It's not
you-
even soft anymore.
If you're going to help us, then help us, and you leave by the door.
That's going to be persuasion.
Yep, sure is.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's a 10. That's an easy. Yep.
Sorry, Mitch. This isn't a video show. You just you're aiming the crossbow over the video camera at me.
Baird is like pulling the crossbow and like aiming it right at his face, like
Loading the bolt
Yeah.
into it.
turning the safety off.
You can walk over, or we can throw your body over. Okay. What did you roll there?
I rolled a 10.
He's like, I'll just go out and I'll wave at them and I'll tell them that I don't have it. How about that?
No, how about you tell them that it's in the watchtower and they need to come in to get it.
Hey Mel! Hey! It's Keller! the thief you hired! I got it! I got the Sunstone! It's right in here! Come on in! There's no one else in the tower with me! I'm all alone! No one found me! No one's got a crossbow to me at all! It's just me alone
I think he believes.
with my Sunstone! Hey, hey guys, how are you? Haven't seen you in forever since you chased me out, but we'll be all good again. We'll be all square. There's no ambush here. Don't worry. Everything gone according to plan. Come on
Like
in.
poking him in the butt with a crossbow.
The water's great.
Back down.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go inside and wait for you to come in. Hi again, Mal. It's good. It's good to see you. I think that worked. I think they bought it.
Should we give Keller the dagger so they can attack with us?
Yeesh.
Are you useful in any manner?
Oh yeah, I'm really good at finding easy marks, like
All right.
that novice.
That was
Choose-
really rude.
Yeah, it was. I'm very sorry. I'll never do it again. I am a reformed man. Now it'll just be mule keeping forever going forward. I'll never come to these hills again. You gotta get me out of here. You gotta keep me alive. He's gonna kill me. He's gonna tear me apart. I think he eats people.
Choose one of these Ambrians. You are to protect it with your fists.
Which
If
is
they
that-
die, you die. All right.
I'll pick. I'll pick.
I just lean over and I'm like, you can stay behind me. It's okay.
Okay, I'm gonna pick the priest. Then.
All right. Go down there and protect them.
Don't worry, Baird. I'm really good with my pike these days.
Am I alone?
With them, yeah, they're going to ambush them, and I'll shoot from up here. I think that's a good plan, yeah.
And you're keeping. He had his dagger and his crossbow, but you're not arming him, are you?
He can keep his dagger, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna give him his dagger.
Okay. He goes and picks his dagger up off of the floor. This is a bad idea. We should just surrender. I'm telling you. And as he's telling this to you, Yandrome.
Yeah, and I'll lay down and just post up.
You don't know them.
Yandrome just has this fire in his eyes. We don't surrender to the undead.
They'll kill us.
Elendra will follow them down to post to the side of the door where they hopefully won't see her when they come in, so it can surprise them.
With our amazing not discreet, not that, something else.
They're almost at the door of the windmill now. Anyone who can look out the window will see the fourth figure of Mal Rogan now walking out of the trees, and he's commanding the 3 robbers who are going up to the windmill, and his head tilts back and forth. And he's giving this croaking voice, and he's, "Bring me the firestone, and bring me Keller's head." "Oh, he wants my head. Do you think he wants the rest of my body?"
Probably not at the same time.
Are you sure we should be fighting an undead? That sounds really...
The other robbers haven't said a word. They're each all human, but they're just kind of staring forward, following the orders of their undead commander. They have crossbow. Like when they were walking down the field, they had crossbows out, but as they got closer to the windmill now, they've put their crossbows away and they've pulled out spears. And they're getting out to the door ready, where they're going to open the door and have one with the spear out. So they're like basically breach and entering now. They're trying to come in like a strike team.
They're gonna throw in a smoke grenade. Watch out! Flash!
Do we want to go into initiative then at this point? Or do we want to do you want to set up try and set up an ambush from your vantage point over on the window?
I mean, my idea was just when they breach, you guys get it, and then I'll just shoot from the tower down below at the entrance.
Okay. So the moment they kick the door in, we're gonna find out our turn order then.
I believe in you. Is our we should just put the the spirit guide thing, right?
The patron saint is top of the round, actually.
Go patron saint.
Yeah, he's got the best.
Let's put him in the way.
We don't even know his name.
That one day I will free.
Patron saint, then Alindra, then Verd, then Malrogan,
Alindra has put herself behind the door
then the robbers,
to try and surprise them.
then Yandrame, and then Keller.
Beauty.
Keller.
Okay, so patron saint is down with you, Yandrame, and this time he's starting to glow more as it's getting closer and closer to the door. As they're getting closer, he's starting to brighten up.
Oh, there's danger nearby.
And the minute they kick the door in, patron saint is standing in the door, ready to defend the door. They'll have to get through him to get to you. And so they kick the door, and it's not like it's a flash grenade, except it's your flash grenade this time. Just the patron saint just blasts out a beam of radiant energy, and they're like, ah! And now we're into it.
Oh yeah.
You're attacking with a flail of light.
Okay.
A flail of light.
A flail of light! Oh yeah!
Yay!
So their defense is +2.
That's a 5.
Yes.
Finally hit something.
Oh,
Roll
look
a
at this!
D6, because now we get to kill them, and that's what the patron saint's all about. Apparently,
Oh, that's a 1
righteous murder.
though. 1.
Yeah, you
Oh.
imprison it and hey, just
Only a
draw
1.
blood.
They're only wearing leather, so they're not even wearing as much armor as the guards last night.
Only
So
1
you didn't-
damage.
A 1 is a 1.
Yeah, that's 0 damage. The armor just
Yeah.
absorbs it. So this time they get through, but the door kicks back, and rather than hit with the flail of light, the patron saint just kicks him backwards.
Yeah.
And knocks him out. They're like, what was that? I don't know. Something else in there. And
The spirit patron would like to redo its sheet.
Alindra,
So I can see the patron saint?
are you upstairs or are you downstairs? Are you up there with Verd?
I'm downstairs.
Okay, so you're downstairs. So yeah, you can all kind of see like this wispy outline, very will-o-wisp right now. And then every now and then when it makes movement, it's a little acts like cloaked predator. You see like the mirrory motion when it moves. If it's standing perfectly still, it just vanishes into its surroundings.
Oh, what is that? And Alindra will try and ignore it and go for whoever just fell back, that first guard, with a good stab of the pike.
Yeah, so you're gonna go in with the pike, and then they got spears and you got pikes. You're both attacking at the same range. Yeah, go for it. It's accurate -3.
Wait, what is my accurate? It is a
It's 11.
nope.
What if we all?
I got a 16.
That's to our adventure.
That is not a hit. So Alindra just fully whips it. She's shocked at the sight of the patron saint. She goes, oh, and aims more to the side than she's intending to.
Mal Rogan
Oh God.
has not yet seen any of you because you're all inside. So he stands there watching and commanding. The robbers are now going to move in. So the patron saint is standing in the door. If they're going to try and get to Alindra, the patron saint is going to get a free action
Oh,
because they don't know the patron saint's there.
right.
So roll again.
Come on, brother.
14.
D6. Oh, no, you missed it.
No,
Oh,
that's
shoot.
a miss.
That's a miss.
Can't always be a hit.
Okay, Lindra, defense roll.
Oh, I got a 2.
Oh, not. Come on, one more. One.
One
Just
more.
Get that
I just
one.
want to get a 1.
Get that crit, please.
Oh boy. But I got a 2. So that means I defend successfully.
Yeah, the spears are coming through and you're fighting them out, and you've got this like bottleneck that you have formed. Yandrame.
This is kind of a stalemate. I can't really hit anybody here. Would I have I can hear that the undead guy is commanding them?
He's Mal Rogan is out in the field looking down where you all crossed over, and the 3 robbers are at the door trying to get inside the building.
Okay.
And we're all just kind of stuck here at this impasse because you're all inside the window.
I'm gonna say to the saint, hold them and try and get up the stairs so I can get a line on Mal Rogan.
Yeah. So you talking to the saint is free. You can spend your movement to get up the stairs.
Is that a single move or a double
You're
move?
at the window and you're looking out. Just to get
Just
up,
one?
just one.
Okay.
Just gets you up to the next zone.
And I am going to attempt Prios's burning glass against Mal Rogan.
Oh, that's a
resolute test, which I can
Oh.
use my persuasive for because I'm a leader.
Amazing.
All right, there.
You lead us.
We will follow you to the hex.
Well, we'll see.
We save after just shoving him down the middle of a field.
Yeah.
That's what a leader does.
True. He was like,
Lands
"All
on
right,
the grenade for us.
That is a 7, so I pass that very easily. He's undead, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a D8 of damage. As I hold up my holy symbol and shoot a ray of burning sunlight across the field.
Yeah, I'm just saying what because might be another because we haven't used a lot of spells here. So there's
I do have to take D4.
I was gonna say there
corruption.
is the temporary corruption which diminishes over time. So
So I take
we'll
D4
do
because I
that.
only have level 1 theory.
okay, so
I'll do that. Yeah,
you got the Prios's burning glass. Roll the D8 of damage.
Okay. 8.
8.
I managed to roll high for once.
Wow.
we kill Mal Rogan. One shot him.
You don't,
It's gonna
but
no
because
but
they
it's
don't
gonna
have a
hurt.
pain threshold because they're undead. But if they did have a
Right.
pain threshold, you would have hit it.
And now I take D4 corruption.
Mal Rogan bursts into fire like he's hit with a magnifying glass and he's an ant on the road. And he just, and the other 3 just look over at Mal Rogan and be like, what's going on? You didn't tell me what's happening. I don't know, boss. And they're withdrawing because they don't know now what the fuck is inside the it's something that can light their undead commander on fire. They're backing the crap away
Yeah.
from the windmill, and they're stepping away. You did like half damage to this guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Burn it more.
Burn an 8.
Mal Rogan is clutching an amulet he's keeping around his neck and just screaming a croaking scream. They've got a face of him here in the book, and he's got like a hood and very much like no nose. The skin on the face is all sallowed. Eyes are red. The white of the eyes are all black, and the skin is all cracked, and he's missing an arm. He lost an arm. That's what killed him. And while he was being brought back, or while they were tending to his wounds and he died on the operating table, he came back to life and So that's so he's
Try to
got
give him a hand.
he's clutching this amulet around his neck, and he falls down to his knees in the pain of Prios burning into him. And
I picture kind of like a god ray, like
and then down there he just starts laughing. Found yourself some friends, Keller. We'll show them a proper hospitality as you showed me. It's Keller's turn. And Keller goes, "Holy shit, that was awesome!" Ah! And he goes and stands in the door. "That's right, Mal! That's right! We got some real power. I was like, we got a priest of Prios in here, and we've got a witch, and we've got a librarian, and you're not gonna be able to." He just starts telling all the tactical information of what's inside the room, and you're not gonna stop any of us.
He gets shot next. Are we all in agreement here? Am I gonna
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He's just dead weight at this point.
Yeah.
He's like more than dead weight.
It's the patron saint's turn.
Oh shoot! Well,
He's standing kind of actually inside the patron saint.
oh geez. I guess I can't.
So
get
for
into-
Mal Rogan, I guess he looks at Keller and he sees Keller shrouded in ethereal, ghostly, undead spirit light.
It's
And
Keller's
thinks
amazing.
Keller has turned into some like powered up super god.
Oh boy, that's fun. I like that. Are the three robbers running away, or are they still like trying to at least?
Because I feel like being undead, Mal Rogan would have a better perception of the existence of the
of other undead, sort of ish.
of the patron saint spirit. Yeah.
So it's a little more solid to him. That makes sense.
The others are backed off. They've spread out into the field. They've got their spears, but they're confused. They're looking up at the boss. They're looking at Keller. One of them is like, "This isn't worth it. We should go back and get the others." I don't know. What should we do, boss?
Well, patron saint is going for the closest one.
Patron saint is launching out into the field.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Because it's invisible, it's not going to get the attack that would happen before getting into the spear range.
Okay. Oh right, yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
But it's invisible, so they don't see it coming.
That's
And
a
it's
3.
still daytime, so it's even harder to see.
Finally
3?
hit with him.
Oh, you do? Okay, great.
Oh.
1d6 damage.
All right. That's not a 1. Not a 1. 6. That is
Oh
opposite of
my
a 1.
god.
Oh, okay, now I have to look up the rules of pain threshold, because you've just overcome their pain threshold.
We've done
Yeah.
it. We've pain thresholded.
You normally get an extra attack.
Yeah, so you have toughness, which is like your health, and then you have your pain threshold, which is half of your health. And if you ever take damage that is exactly like more than that, some things kick in.
There's one of two things happen, I think.
Yeah, knocked to the ground, or the attacker is allowed to perform a free attack.
And it's your choice. That's the other side, is you make the choice, the player, on whether or not what happens here.
It's a free attack, or they get knocked to the ground.
So do you want to get a second attack on them, or do you want them falling on their ass?
They're in league with the undead. It's a second attack.
Okay, go for it. Roll again.
Come on. 13 is not going to do it.
No. So anyway, the flail of light cuts across them, and they just have like ribbons across their front, and they're in a lot of pain, and they cry out. And the other two are like, this isn't like they thought they were just meeting this incompetent thief who stole a rock from a group of refugees. Like this was not.
This is not what they signed up for.
Now they're like up against potentially an abomination for all they know. They're like, this is like fighting elves. This is nonsense. So they're losing their will.
Die.
Excellent.
Or Eliandra.
Serves you right, you mean things. And she's gonna go forward for the stab.
So you have to step out
Yeah,
of the
because
windmill, out into the field beside the patron
She
saint.
has heard Malrogan, but hasn't really seen them, and she sees them all
Yeah.
backing up, and
Yeah.
something is hitting them that she
Yeah,
assumes is
yeah,
her brother
yeah,
being
yeah, yeah.
amazing. Oh, but she got a 15.
We're invincible. We can't die.
True.
We are protagonists.
Missed. 15.
What did you roll?
whiffed.
Yeah. So you're just like and you just
God.
She's distracted by the sight of seeing Malrogan, her first undead.
Oh, yeah.
Verd. So you're upstairs, right?
Yeah. I'm looking down at the entranceway.
You've got a crossbow.
Yeah, this what? Oh man, the boy Ambrian, not my The other one, the one who
Keller?
stole the Keller. Yeah, I'm shooting him in the face.
You're shooting Keller.
He's
Excellent.
done all of this. I am so mad from this guy, especially telling people about us.
Yandrame, you're right beside him, but I guess you're not gonna. You just see him aiming a crossbow down into the foray.
I'm also really focused on this undead guy.
Yeah, that you're doing the Lord's work right now. So go ahead. Accurate. I'm just gonna bring up Keller's stats again.
I hate this guy so much.
As a character, I hate this. As a player, I love
this. Mm-hmm.
Defense is 2, so you're accurate. You're just rolling 10 or lower.
Is this at advantage because I'm higher up?
Yeah, it would be. You're shooting his back, and he thinks you're his ally. So you're actually just gonna roll your full accurate.
And what's the crossbow damage? Is it 1d8 or 1d10?
I'm looking that up right
Crossbow
now.
1d10.
Wow. Damn.
Rough him up.
Oh, this might take
Yeah,
one hit.
1d10 plus 1d4 with advantage. 14! Yes!
Roll
I did.
damage. Roll your
14 was the
D10.
damage.
Oh, 14
Yes.
was the damage.
He's more than dead.
All right, are you just going right between the eyes? Right behind the back of the head, arrow out the front? Or it's like, where? I've got, you don't know what's coming out there, Mal. You better run. They're going to come for. And he just collapses to the ground, blood coming out. Keller's gone.
Oh my god.
Worth it.
One of them, the one who got hit with the flail throws his spear to the ground and just runs. He's just running now away. And Mal is like, get back here, you cowards.
That's my turn. I'm good.
It's Mal's turn. Mal can see you now because you popped your head
Sure
out
did.
to do that crossbow shot.
Oh.
And Mal is going to stare at you.
Me?
And he's going
Bear?
to cast curse on you.
Oh my
Baird.
god, get this guy!
He is a master. He has a mastery in curse,
Uh-oh.
which is 1d6 damage every round until you pass a resolute test, I believe. I had it bookmarked because it came up.
You should have taken steadfast.
Well,
Curse.
Resolute's my best.
The mystic puts a curse of death upon the enemy. The enemy suffers 1d6 damage, ignoring armor, for every action it tries to perform. The target suffers no damage if it remains still and passive. This effect is active until the mystic fails a resolute test. Material: the dark glare. That's all they
I
have
love
to
the
use.
material descriptions.
I know, right?
They stare the evil eye. A power often used by disciples of the Dark Lord. So yeah, it just stares at you, and as soon as it shoots out and you take out Keller, for just a half of a briefest of a moment, your eyes meet across the battlefield, and everything around you just goes dark for a quick second, and all you see is the piercing eyes. It's like a lens effect where all of a sudden Mal Rogan is right in front of you. And he sees your face. It's like, I see you, witch. Bring me the firestone. And then everything goes back to being far, except now you know that if you move a muscle, you are going to take damage as he's caught you in this glare. And he is, as long as it makes the resolute, his resolute here is -3 to your I think it's just, is it just resolute versus
I think
resolute?
so,
I think
yeah.
it would be. Yeah, so that's good. Your resolute is very high. So you just have to roll 12 or under, and you'd be able to break the eye contact. Or you can try and move and take the damage.
Let's do this.
Robber's turn. So one is running. The two that remain see you coming out with the pike. So roll defense. They're going to spear you.
Oh god.
They took out Matt. You took out Keller. Give us the Sunstone, please.
Oh, I rolled an 11. Do I get a minus?
Your money or you die.
Do I get a subtraction of anything? I rolled an 11.
Oh no, that works.
Yes.
Congratulations. So you parry him off. You're like, ah, look, I'm getting good at this. I'm getting good at
And I
this.
haven't really
Yell
seen
up.
that Keller's dead because they just died behind me, right?
And then Keller's body then slumps behind you. It's all kind of happening simultaneously. You're like, I'm doing great. We got you, Keller. Oh! You don't know who killed Keller. Not yet.
Ynda is terrified seeing the sight of
Keller's
a dead
down.
body for the first time in her life.
Oh no.
Technically the second, because there's
Oh,
a
Mount
standing
Rogan.
dead man inside.
Yandrome, you're
So
up there.
he sees an empty crossbow and a cursed man next to him and goes, we'll talk about that later. And then goes back to trying to freem the hell out of this undead horror.
Are you going to do the Prios thing again?
He's going to try it again.
Yeah.
So that's another D4 of
Of
corruption. when
I
you
took
take
2 points
that.
last time. I have a threshold of 7. And this
Yeah,
is worth
okay.
it. He is
Yeah.
the
You won't
undead.
hit your you can't hit your threshold even if you get a maximum of 4.
Exactly. So it's worth it because he's
yeah.
doing bad things. All right.
I mean, you might
Super believe in you.
Super believe in you.
use the power of darkness, Prios.
Wait, what?
What?
Yes.
Let the anger flow through you. All of a sudden, we've got this emperor apprentice thing happening between Verd and the Androme. Yes.
All right. So I definitely made the resolute test. So that is an 8.
Okay, great.
out of 15. I will roll a d8, hoping to hit another 8.
Please murder him.
3 this time.
3 this time. So this time he's clutching, and at 3 he's very weak. Mal just like arms out, just screaming, but still keeping his eyes on Verd.
And I took max corruption too.
Uh,
So I'm up to 6.
Actually, I'll let you get a free resolute test on this because he's so distracted by the pain of the burning symbols of Prios. He'll get like basically an attack of opportunity on, like he's giving you an
no,
opportunity.
I fail.
Yeah.
The more you roll, the more you can win.
Stop making me
Good
roll.
news, it's the patron saint's turn.
Oh, yay.
Hey.
Is it a good news? We don't know yet.
We don't know. We'll see. He's the patron saint of flip flop. He's going to go after the one that is the. Actually, he's going to try and flank these guys for Iliandra.
Yeah. Yeah, he just
Make things easier
he's
for her.
invisible. He can do that without an
Nice.
attack.
Yeah, like he's a little shimmery. They maybe notice something.
They're also freaking out.
They're freaking out. And he's farther away from me. So.
Their boss is almost dead. He only has like 3 hit points left.
And that guy's head just exploded for no
His
reason.
head just exploded, and there's a ghost attacking them.
Yeah,
This isn't what they signed up for.
We
awesome.
came in hot with
You're not strong independently as combat, but the 3 of you
No.
combined are just chaotic.
We're spooky
Yeah.
as hell.
This will be our tactic: shooting an innocent.
Scare the shit out of them and make them think
Yeah.
that the gods are angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as we know, they are.
I'm like,
So
oh my god, someone else's head exploded during this combat.
Well, how did that happen?
How did that happen?
Did
I
you
rolled
do
a
that?
2.
Did I do that? I don't know.
2.
Oh yeah, I rolled a 2 for my
Oh,
attack roll
yeah,
and a
baby.
6 on the
Yes.
damage.
You
Why
rolled a
can't
6?
we hit a 1?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Do you want him on his ass or do you want a free attack? 'Cause he hit his pain threshold again.
I'm gonna get a free attack. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go for it.
You're just gonna just
Pew, pew, pew,
slice
pew.
into ribbons.
Yeah, I don't want to have to fight these guys again. I hit 13, which I think is over because it's 11, right, with this defense. Yeah.
Oh God, patron
close.
saint. All right, so this
He
one
hit him.
you
That's
hit
still
him,
good.
and at this now they're they're starting to panic. Eliandro or Alindra. Sorry,
Oh wait,
I got-
would that hit because he's flanked from Eliandra?
it does hit
Plus
because of the
2,
flank.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
It's another 3.
that's fine. He's done.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's
another
just-
head explode.
He not well. I mean, it's a flail, so I don't know if the head
flail, yeah, it's
explodes.
not- yeah.
But it just gets
breaks
it
his
just,
neck.
I don't know, nicks an artery or something, and he
Yeah.
just hits the ground and just dies on the ground from the flail from the patron saint. And the other one just is like, I'm not being paid at all, and he throws his spear onto the ground and he runs. And Mal is like, get back here, you coward! And he looks back at you, he's like, Keller got what came to him, and you will get what comes to you. You have stolen from the wrong one today. When we meet again, you will know the name of Mal Rogan. And he goes off into the woods.
If he were human, I'd ask if he needed help.
He was human. And you've recovered the Sunstone. Congratulations. You're all heroes.
Whoa, we did it! I mean, we murdered Keller.
I mean, Keller died in the frenzy of battle. What are you talking about? I think only Andromeda actually saw what happened. And the patron saint.
I didn't see it. I inferred it.
Alandra's going to immediately drop to her knees and see if she can offer medical aid too.
There's a crossbow bolt through his brain.
I don't think
Your
he's gonna make it.
herbal medicines aren't going to help you here.
Oh god.
We can just put this back together.
Apply pressure to the wound.
You got a lot of brain out here, buddy. We just got to put all this back in the pot.
Oh my god, I didn't. Okay.
Your sister, I'm no expert, but I don't think we can help him anymore. He's with Trios now.
Yeah,
I
don't.
can't believe he's
I shot him in the back of the head
there.
Why?
Why would you do such a thing?
because he was a coward. He gave away our tactical advantage. He created the scenario that might have gotten you two killed and thus would have made this whole journey pointless.
Is this just what life is like in Ambria?
I
thought we were getting away from the Grim.
thought it was supposed to be a land of culture and wonder.
It's not.
We must
a land
be civilization, sister. We must tame this wilderness.
I'm gonna search this guy's body, see if he has anything else.
Hey, I found them. They're over here. Over here. And Bartolom comes out of the woods, and surrounding them is Bartolom. You've got Argasto, you've got Telk, you've got Lundo and Bellum and others, like strong folk from the caravan. And your reinforcements have arrived. Your backup is here. And they see, like, you know, the two dead robbers on the ground, Keller dead, and you're all standing there. It's like, oh my gosh, it was an ambush. Oh, I'm so glad we brought help. You look like you handled yourselves so well. I didn't know you had it in you. And Argasto's like, oh, I didn't know you had it in you, but looks like you all handled yourselves well. You can defend yourselves out here. Did you find it? Did you find the Sunstone?
Yes, we did.
Thank the sun. Oh my goodness, bro.
And he looks directly at the caravan leaders like, there is a undead out there who hopefully we won't see for some time, but he is a threat.
Oh, you don't mean Mal Rogan, says Argasto.
I believe that was his name.
He's been harassing these caravans for years. Yeah, that is not an easy task that you three just gone through. Stand up against him and make it out with your sanity intact. And he's like got a completely new appreciation for you. Like you've just become maybe his most trusted guards. He's like, I underestimated you. Sunstone, do you have it?
Of course.
Might as well give it back to the magic, to the Ordo, to the novice.
Is that a wise thing? He's the one who...
He's the only one who can activate it if there's a storm, but don't worry. He's not leaving my sight until we get to Yndaros. Isn't that right?
That's probably a good idea.
That's probably a good idea, too. I gotta keep this on me at all times. I'm the only one who can activate it, and if I activate it, I would probably take enough corruption to turn into an abomination anyways, but it would be enough to save the caravan. That's why it's a last resort, of course. We're only just using it to keep my fingers warm for now.
Bartolom!
And actually, when you touch the Sunstone is warm to the touch. And it's like it looks like a small white soapstone with an engraving of a sigil on it, and it does feel like there's like a heat inside, like a warm bread that's just come out of the oven. It's warm. It would keep your fingers warm, like a hot cloth or whatever that you have, like a hot glove in the winter.
Oh, the hot pockets.
Yeah,
whatever.
It's got that kind of warmth to it. But then Bartolom says about something about the stone being awoken in case of like bad weather. And what is this? But because he's also this like weird nihilist who's all convinced he's gonna die. That's why they gave it to me. Old Bartolom, we wouldn't miss you if you had to activate it and take on all of that corruption in order to break the seal. So I'll just hold on to this and then if I have to use it, you'll all make it to Yndaros, and I'll just be happy knowing that my sacrifice was not in vain. All right, back to the caravan. Everyone back to camp.
We can't.
He just puts his hand on Talon's shoulders. You are doing Prios's work.
Yeah, that's what they keep telling me. One of these days you're gonna burn up into the sun and we're all gonna remember you.
Oh, is this what you believe?
Oh, I don't believe it. It's just science. That's all it is. It's just, I'm a surveyor. I'm not like a proper like chapter head or anyone important. I just go and do soil samples. You could do that. You could do that after I'll be fine. Look, the weather is nice out right now, and as long as it's fine, I don't have to use the stone. I shouldn't have worried you. I made you worry. That's what they always told me, Bartola. One day Ariel's gonna make people cry about you because you can't stop talking about how bad your life is.
No. That's no.
Here I am making you cry again. It's an old Bartola. This is just my lot in life.
I think it's just the emotions of seeing people die for the first time, to be honest. I've read about this. It's proper. A lot of people have this when they first go to war. I just didn't expect it to happen today.
Oh, I guess welcome to the Titans. That's kind of what happens when you go through the mountain pass. They only say you only have a 25% chance of surviving the path. So, I mean, 25? Look to the left and the right. One of you is not going to make it. Statistically speaking, of course, it's just numbers. Oh, there I've got again worrying you against what they always told me. Bartola, your love of numbers is going to make people kill you one day and lynch you in the road and call you a witch. So, all right, I'm just going to go back to camp now. Bye.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Vultured, when someone's gonna die, is looking over at
Argasto, just like he just sighs. He's just like, they get weirder and weirder every day. All right, back to camp. We leave first light in the morning. We're losing the light. Ludo, did you get the woods cut already for the fire? Oh yeah, boss, we got the wood cut. Bellin, did we get the wood cut? Oh, I don't remember if we got the wood cut. We should we're gonna go get the wood cut, sir. And they go running off to go chop the wood for the fire.
He's gonna start smoking his pipe.
Everything just returns back to normal, minus Keller.
Alindra will gather the
Telk was part
spears.
of I did say Telk was part of the recovery party, and Telk and Keller were friends.
Oh.
And Telk is just kind of looking down like, damn shame, you stupid idiot. I warned him running with these folks was going to end up this way one day. Should have just stuck with the mules. Instead, you had to be an ass. He just kind of spits some tobacco down on the ground.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Oh, not my loss. His. Let's get out of here. I hate these mountains. And he just turns around.
I'll follow back to camp.
Yeah, I'm gonna saw Keller's head off and just put it in.
Everyone's gone. Everyone has left.
Yeah,
and you're just left alone. You're just smoking your pipe, being like, okay, barbarian's a little weird, gonna smoke the pipe. So they leave you to yourself. When everyone's all gone and you're by yourself and there's no more witnesses, you just cut the head off?
Yeah. Just gonna put it in my in like a little pack and be like, later if I have questions, it'll be useful maybe.
Huh. Chop, 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 chop.
It's like that's a good idea.
So that's where we end for today. We are continuing to play through Symbaroum. We are recording these all in batches every week during August at the time of this recording. So we're going to take a break now for us. For you, we'll be back next week with the next one. So this is like the end of our first batch of recordings. What the players don't know is that Keller was not the only one in camp with secrets. And that among them, the people that they've already met and come to know are going to face them all in grave peril before they can make it through this mountain. And a choice will have to be made about the fate of the caravan and the fate of their future before they even arrive in Ambria. As they make their way, Verd, you were not the only one in that field chopping off that head. Someone was watching from the trees.
Oh, I thought there was like another person chopping it. It's like, oh, hey.
Just as it moves into the trees, it shifts from its humanoid form into four legs.
Oh.
And moves back to its own camp to report what it saw.
This is fine.
This is fine. Shapeshifter's best for Hals.
Yeah. Oh, that's the power I wanted.
Oh, I know. The shapeshifter was really cool.
I know.
The Terrible Warriors return every Tuesday with new story episodes playing Symbaroum. To learn more about Symbaroum, visit freeleaguepublishing.com. And Free League Publishing really likes what we're doing, and they have offered us a digital copy of the Symbaroum core rulebook to offer to you. There's so many of you, so we're going to hold a raffle. To find out how to enter into the raffle, visit terriblewarriors.com, follow us on our social media channels, or check the show notes. There's a link just about everywhere. It should be very easy to find. It's one of those Gleam pages where you sign up for the sweepstakes, you click through, and you get to make certain entries a bunch of times, and at the end of each month during this campaign, 3 in total, we're going to give away a digital copy to a lucky listener. So if you would like to get a copy of this game, and you do want a copy of this game, we're going to give it to you. Visit terriblewarriors.com for more information, and we will announce that winner at the end of September. And if you like this show and you want to hear more, we exist only thanks to our continued supporters from our Patreon page at patreon.com/terriblewarriors. By becoming a supporter this season, you'll receive a special role in our Discord server to mark you as one of our own, and every supporter that donates $5 or more will also receive each new story episode from our Symbaroum campaign 1 week before everyone else. And higher up the tier, you can join our private tip club, where I host virtual tabletop games for our tip club members every month. Your terrible warriors today have been Mitch Wallace, Sean Horbachuk, Ainsley Moores, and me, Justin Eacock. Editing and production is also by me. Music is licensed through Epidemic Sound. Next week on The Terrible Warriors, watchful eyes descend upon the caravan and bring them news of a grave warning that one of their own has been corrupted by darkness. They will have to decide, do they protect a possible innocent, or sacrifice them to save the others? The skies will darken, and the Titans will put the entire caravan to the test. So return here again to our table this time next week for our 3rd episode in our Symbaroum campaign. And until that time, thank you for listening to The Terrible Warriors.